Welcome back. Residents with serious health concerns months after Hurricane Irma devastated their community.
Part of the cleanup efforts involves crushing boats in residential areas that have led to some people getting sick. And as Local 10 investigator Amy reports, there's no testing to assess safety.
Crushing them and exposing us to that, that's wrong to me. It's just wrong.
It's a huge concern. I think given everything that people have gone through after the storm.
Hurricane Irma left hundreds of boats damaged and unclaimed. Many of those were brought here to Harry Harris Park in Tavernier.
It was pretty bad. Our neighborhood was hit pretty bad.
In December, neighbors began hearing rumors their park, still closed to the public, would be used as a disaster debris management site to store and possibly crush damaged boats.
I was outside in my yard and the first boat came in. And I said, oh, so it's no longer a possibility. They're doing this.
We got this cell phone video of crews destroying boats. You can see the dust particles carried off by the breeze.
Well, fiberglass is known to be an irritant.
Dr. Marcus Cook is a professor of environmental toxicology at Florida International University. He says while recent studies indicate fiberglass is likely not a carcinogen, it's nothing you want to be breathing.
It can irritate the eyes and the throat as well, and the higher the exposure, the worse the irritation you can get.
Everything was fine when we went to bed, and a couple hours later, my son woke up and wasn't able to breathe.
Elizabeth Brown's 21-month-old son, Patrick, was outside with her husband when crews were crushing boats right behind their home last month.
We do have small children, and this is literally our backyard, and we have a constant ocean breeze that comes through.
That night, she says both had trouble breathing.
My baby that night was so sick that he ended up in the ER just with respiratory issues.
Florida's Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is overseeing the project. They declined an on-camera interview but told us in an email that crews follow a safety plan for hazardous materials, including working surfaces that are contained and protective berms.
We were told that they were going to build a barrier, and that's not happening. They're doing it out in the open.
We learned Monroe County officials also had concerns. The subject line on this January 8th email exchange with the FWC reads, "Why are there no vertical barriers in HH Park for boat crushing?" An FWC spokesperson tells Local 10 they've received no evidence indicating airborne particles are causing a threat to public health and safety. But when we asked the Department of Environmental Protection about any testing done at the site, we got this response. No dust issues were identified during the inspection. No site-specific air monitoring has been determined to be warranted at this time.
I can't see dust not being released when fiberglass boats are being crushed. What else is being released is, open to speculation. It would be better to minimize exposure, ultimately.
It's taking advantage of the residents who are otherwise occupied trying to rebuild their homes and their lives.
The FWC could not give us a timeline on when they'll finish work in Harry Harris Park, but county officials say the agency hopes to wrap up by the end of the month. Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
Amy, thanks a lot. FWC also told Local 10 News safety of the response crews and the public is the top priority while destroying vessels in staging areas. Now, Monroe County says that they hope to begin reopening Harry Harris Park in phases. The first phase could start as early as this weekend.